B'Shem Hashem Na'aseh V'Natzliach. We continuing the lessons of Chinuch from Sefer Yemei HaBachrut. B'ezrat Hashem, we're dedicating tonight's shiur to Refuah Shlema of Rabbeinu Morenu Ateret Roshenu Harav Eliyahu Ben Malka Saltanat. Should leave Adma Ve'eslim, Refuah Shlema should be zoche to see Mashiach Tzidkenu B'mera B'yameinu. Amen. Amen. So Seudat Bar Mitzvah hi Simchat HaSadiqim. The Seudat Bar Mitzvah is referred to as a Simcha, as a happiness for the righteous people, Sadiqim. Rabbi Pinchas Yitchid Lidrosh B'Pasuk Zeh. Rabbi Pinchas explains, Se'ena u're'ena benot Sion b'melech Shlomo, that the daughters of Yerushalayim, they rejoice by saying Shlomo HaMelech, Atara Sheiteralo Imo Biyom Chupato, referring to the crown that Shlomo HaMelech's mother adorned him on the day of his Chatuna, on the day of his marriage ceremony. Ubeyom Simchat Libo, on the day of happiness, which is a happiness from heart. My Chatunato, what is the meaning of Chatuna? Is it literally the day of a wedding? Yom She'em Ra'oyim La'asot Mitzvot Torah. The real meaning of Yom Chatunato is referring to the Bar Mitzvah day. The day that a person becomes mechuyav to keep all the Torah and Mitzvot. Shezu hi Simchat Tzadikim, that is the true Simchat Tzadikim. Ve'ematayhem re'uyim laze, Amar Rabbi Yitzhagh. Rabbi Yitzhagh asks, right? When a person becomes ra'uy, fit for Simchat Tzadikim, Mishelosh Eseh Shana V'Mala, from 13 years old and on. Shabayom Hazeh Chova Ala Tzadikim Na'asot Seuda B'Simchat Levav, that on the day of Bar Mitzvah, a person should make a ceremony of the Simcha, of Seudat Simcha, that it's from one's heart, because this is the true happiness. Keyom Shenichnas LaChuppah is referred to as the day that a person goes under the chuppah. Now Harav Eliezer ben David, Alav Shalom, brings in his Sefer Shuvu Lachem Le'ohalechem, that why do we say a person should be zoche le Torah, chuppah, u'ma'asim tovim? Right? It should be le Torah, ma'asim tovim, ve'le chuppah. Why do we say like that? So the answer is, he explains over there, because a person who is not married, he cannot perform, he cannot do acts of kindness, ma'asim tovim, the way that he should be. Right? Because before marriage, a person doesn't know how to really give, how to really do acts of kindness. So a bar mitzvah boy, right, goes under the din of chuppah in the terms of Torah and mitzvot. Right, that he really, now he has come under the chuppah of one's wedding refers to the Matan Torah by Ma'amad Sinai. That as the Midrash says, HaKadosh Baruch Hu took the mountain of Sinai, right, has Sinai, and he took it above all the Am Israel, and he told them, you accept Torah here, or if not, Sham Kevuratchem, right? That as if the mountain of Sinai would have come to crush all the Yehudim La'aleinu. So that was the real chuppah, the chuppah that we make, right? And we glorify it with flowers and all that. It reminds us of Ma'amad and Sinai. It reminds of Kabbalat HaTorah. So that's the real meaning, the Kabbalat HaTorah of 13 years old, right? ובזכות זה עתיד הקדוש ברוך הוא לאתר אותם ולהעביר כרוז לפניהם בשמחה שאינה וראינה בנות ציון. And really, if a person accepts Torah and Mitzvot, right, truthfully, then later on, it says Atid, maybe it refers to when Mashiach comes. Then HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives that person a crown, a spiritual crown, that he is going to be adorned with, as if the daughters of Sion, the daughters of Yerushalayim would come and say, wow, look at this, Ben Melech, look at this, like Shlomo, that is so adorned with mitzvot. Right? Okay, next subject, Seudat Habar Mitzvah Nichret Seudat Mitzvah. The Seuda Bar Mitzvah, as we've been saying, it's a Seudat Mitzvah, which is a unique Seuda. It's not just a regular meal. It's a meal that is related with the Mitzvah of coming under the covenant of Hashem. Seudat Bar Mitzvah she'osim ha'ashkenazim lichora en lecha Seudat Mitzvah gedola mizu. Right? ושמה יוכיח עליה ועושים שמחה ונותנים למקום שבח והודאה שזכה הנעל להיות בר מצווה בגדול המצווה בעושה. So that which says here Ashkenazim is lav davka, is not necessarily only Ashkenazim. The author is Ashkenazi. So the Seudat mitzvah that a Yehudi makes, right? This is a Seudat that there is nothing comparable to it. It's such a simcha, such a happiness for giving hoda'ah and shevach to Hashem, right? That now this boy has become zoche to accept Torah and mitzvot, right? The seudat of one's brit milah is not like that. The seudah of one's wedding is not like that. Think about it. The seudat bar mitzvah is such a unique happiness. Now my son has become a bar mitzvah boy. Now he is obligated to keep Torah and mitzvot. והאב זכה שגילו עד עתה להכניסו בברית התורה. And the father has become zoche, has become merit, has got the merit to such a high important time. As we see and we are informed from the Perek in Masachet Chedushin, Daf Lamed Aleph, Amud Aleph, Sha'ama Rav Yosef Livsov, that Rav Yosef says in the end, Achshav Sheshamati la the Amar Rabbi Chananiah, that now that we heard that which Rabbi Chananiah says, Gadol HaMetzuve ve'oseh yoter mimi she'eino metzuve ve'oseh, big concept in Torah and Yahdut, that it's greater a person who keeps Torah and mitzvot out of being commanded, out of being obligated to keep Torah and mitzvot, than somebody who voluntarily does Torah and mitzvot. Until bar mitzvah, a boy who keeps Torah and mitzvot is doing it voluntarily. He's not obligated. Nobody obligated him. But once he becomes bar mitzvah, then he has the yoke of obligation upon his shoulder. So it's greater. It's greater to keep Torah and mitzvot out of obligation than doing it voluntarily. Right? So therefore a person needs to make a Yom Tov for Rabbanan. Rashi explains, Seuda letalmidim, that one should invite Talmidei Chachamim to make Seuda with them. ואף על פי שהיה כבר חייב אלא על הבשורה שלא נודע לו עד עתה. Even though he's been keeping Torah and Mitzvot till now. But now it's a transformation. Is the surah, is the reshape that until now he was not obligated from Torah. Now he needs to keep out of obligation. Lasal asod yom tova. Make a Yom Tov out of this. Kol sheken al haga'at ha'et hazeman shel yom habar mitzvah shraui la'asod yom tova. Now if a person never made Seudat bar mitzvah, he should make a Seudat bar mitzvah even after the bar mitzvah. Right? Because that's Seudat hoda'ah. That's appreciation. That's the meal for appreciating Hashem. So how much more so the dargah, the high level of having Seuda mitzvah on the actual night of a bar mitzvah boy. And what a great opportunity that is. As they say in Ivrit, davar beito Mahtov, right? That which is in the right time, it's so good. Okay? Mitzvah al ha'adam la'asot seuda biyom shenaseh beno bar mitzvah keyom shenichnas lachupa. There is a mitzvah to make bar mitzvah seuda, like the seuda of one's own marriage ceremony. Ubeyam shel Shlomo katav, in the Sefer Yam Shem Shlomo, says, Deim hanar doresh have seudat mitzvah. If the bar mitzvah boy gives the Torah that seals that seuda, that meal, as a seudat mitzvah, afilu im eino beoto yom shenaseh ben shalosh eseh, even if that day is not actual day of bar mitzvah. So by him coming, saying divrei Torah, anyways, is whatever it is probably even if it wasn't on its right time, but he makes it into a Seudat mitzvah. Needless to say, whenever a person has Seuda, he needs to share divrei Torah, as it says in Pirkei Avot, right? That a person who does not have divrei Torah, does not say divrei Torah by his Seuda, where there is meal with bread, then that meal is compared to Zivchei Metim lo aleinu, right? So one should always share divrei Torah, right? And this way he's elevating all those nisusei kedusha that is in the food, and he's going to a higher level. Sarich ha'adam le'izaher kshe'yaseh seudat mitzvah kegon milah or seuda arusin or nisuin or seudat bar mitzvah yahader sheyu betoch hageroim aniyim or le'avyonim. Be careful whenever you have seudat mitzvah, like bar mitzvah, starting from brit milah, bar mitzvah, wedding. Whenever you have seudat mitzvah, always bring in the poor people, right? Bring in the avyonim, those who don't have what to eat, right? Ulaskiach aleihem bidvarim na'im, and not just tell them, okay, come have a seat here, eat something, right? It's like you wanna get something out of them, take the mitzvah from them. No, you need to really give them importance, chashivut, kavod. Yes. Bechiyuv gadol le'asod mishteh v'simcha b'yom habar mitzvah. It's a big obligation. It says in Kav Hayashar to make a simcha, right, and mishteh on the actual day of one's bar mitzvah. Ki yesh nachat ruach hakodesh baruch hu. Because if you do so and you invite the aniyim, evyonim, those who are needy, right, to partake your seuda, then Hakodesh Baruch Hu rejoice over such a seuda. Beside the fact that is the Seudat bar mitzvah is hodah, all the mitzvot that comes with it. Yesh nohagim la'asot seudat habar mitzvah davra biyom habar mitzvah achar hanachat hatefillin. There are those who have the minhag to make the bar mitzvah seuda, right? Be'ezat Hashem for Yaakov soon. No, his son is Yaakov. Oh, yeah. He already is bar mitzvah. Right? You want to make another bar mitzvah Isfahania. Yes, no, I give now. So make bar mitzvah, so they are noheg to do it after putting on the tefillin. If the bar mitzvah boy never put on the tefillin, right, on the day of his bar mitzvah in the morning he's putting on tefillin, and maybe at lunch or in the afternoon they make this seuda, right? That's considered like seuda hodah shel hayeled shezacha lehagia le'ol hamitzvot. Is the seuda of appreciation that this boy now is zoche, has merit to become bar mitzvah and accepted mitzvot. Ve'hodah lahorim, two hodahs, and appreciation for the parents shezachu legadel banim letorah mitzvot u'maasim tovim, that now they were zoche, they had the merit for 13 years, right, to raise this, Sadiq boy that used to be Shobab, used to be Shaitun as they say in Farsi, right? Now he's become Bar Mitzvah. It's such a big simcha from all these past and everything, all the nisyonot and all the obstacles and everything. Baruch Hashem, now he accepted all Torah mitzvot. You know, they say if somebody became Ger Tzedek, right, and before becoming Ger Tzedek, he or she had children, so he or she needs to wait till the son or the daughter become Bar Mitzvah or Bat Mitzvah, and then to give them the offer to accept Torah Mitzvot. Before that, automatically the children of those who were born before going under the process of Ger Tzedek would not automatically become Ger Tzedek. So from here we see what a stage this is. Right? The 13 years old, Baruch Hashem, the son is not saying, Abba, I don't want tefillin. Abba, I don't want mitzvot. Right? And believe me, there are some Yehudim like that unfortunately, they might not verbally say it, but they don't give any importance to it. So Baruch Hashem, what a hoda'ah we need to give to Hashem, that our son is accepting all Torah mitzvot. ואפילו אם חל יום בר מצווה בערב שבת, even the day of bar mitzvah, once bar mitzvah, if it's on ערב Shabbat Eve, שנפנה דברי שולחן ערוך, שלפי דברי שולחן ערוך, that according to שולחן ערוך, אסור לקבוע סעודה ומשתה שאינו רגיל בימי החול. That Shulchan Aruch, Rabbeinu Yosef Karo alav hashalom teaches us that one should not have a big Seuda on Erev Shabbat, because if you have big Seuda on Erev Shabbat, it might cause you to go be mechalel Shabbat into Shabbat, right? Right? That which he says, Asur lichwa ve'afilu hu Seudat Erusin, even if this is the Seudat of Erusin. right? סוברים שסעודת הבר מצווה נחשבת לסעודת שזמנה בערב שבת. But for bar mitzvah seuda, according to Rabbeinu Karo alav hashalom, the parents should make a seuda even on Erev Shabbat, on its right time. That's Erev Shabbat. Shemutar lifnei divrei haremasha. Rema says over there that is mutar. ובספר דורון לבר מצווה, also ספר דורון לבר מצווה, רב חיים יצחק אברמוביץ מביא, he brings שבשנת תר"ש ס"ז, in that year השתתף בסעודת בר מצווה שהייתה ביום שישי ערב שבת חודש. That he had his own bar mitzvah son and the Seudat mitzvah on Erev Shabbat, this big rub, or maybe he partake, whatever, it doesn't say clearly here. So if he joined such a simcha, he approved it. So from here is raya, it's a proof that if a person has his bar mitzvah, the Seudat bar mitzvah bo bayom on Erev Shabbat, according to Rema and according to Rabbeinu Yosef Karo, right? It is permissible to have Seudat mitzvah of bar mitzvah on Erev Shabbat. You see how important this is. Uba haya nochach lezegeno shel chatan habar mitzvah hagadol Rabbeinu Shemuel Salant zecher saliv v'chadosh l'vacha hamara asra deir hakodesh Yerushalayim tipane v'tikone b'mera v'yamenu. ויש נוהגים תמיד לעשות הסעודה בלילה הקודם. So, and they came and they informed the Zagen of the year, the Chatan Bar Mitzvah came to Rabbeinu Shemuel Salant in Yerushalayim, right? That yes, I had the Seuda and nobody complained, right? ויש נוהגים, there are those who have the minhag always to do Seudat mitzvah of bar mitzvah the night before. They go into the day of Bar Mitzvah boy, they started with the mitzvah of Seuda Bar Mitzvah. So two minhagim. One, after the Bar Mitzvah boy puts on the tefillin on his day of Bar Mitzvah, and one on the night. It appears to me that a lot of people do the night before, right? The night before or the day before, after the Bar Mitzvah. But they started before sunset. They started before sunset of the actual Bar Mitzvah boys, the Bo Bayom. That once they started before the sunset, it would be considered as if it's Bo Bayom. Yeah, that's what it says over here, that this way should be Bo Bayom. Baruch Adonai Leolam, Amen, Amen.
We should have two